move number 7 is a move I used on stage a couple of times, and I call it the helicopter strainer. Now, it looks like this. But I'm going to show you the steps of how you can get there. So first of all, we'll put a bit of ice in there. Let's just pretend there's a drink in there. What I want you to do to begin with is literally just throw the strainer up, and you want to land the strainer end down inside the shaker, okay? You just want to do that. It's not going to land perfectly, but you just got to get used to trying to throw that strainer up and land it inside the shaker. Once you've done that, then you want to start practicing to throw the strainer on a horizontal axis like this. And then you're going to start trying to catch it on top of the shaker like this. Okay, so imagine you've made your drink, you pick up your strainer, boop, bam, and you come to strain. Okay, super easy. Then you can take the next step and you can throw it, you can cross your arms over, throw it up from underneath your arm and land it on the shaker. Like this is pretty cool as well. So you can cross your arms up onto the shaker, even in your left hand, and come to strain that drink out. Then you can move to the next step where you can come from behind your back and you come through this gap. See this gap here? Come up, whoop, onto the shaker. Now it is important you start getting that horizontal throw, that helicopter spin on the strainer correct, because then it makes the catch on top of the shaker a lot easier. And then the final step would be to then start experimenting of where you can throw the strainer and where you can catch it. So you can do, for example, a shadow pass where the strainer comes behind the back of your head and you land it on the shaker. To do this, you want to use your other 2 fingers to kind of cheat. Sorry, it's kind of cheating, but it's still pretty impressive. The better you become at the move, you don't have to use the fingers. But as the strainer comes behind your head, it's going to land here and you can use your fingers to hold it in place. So you see, if I don't land it correctly, at least my fingers are there to hold that strainer in place. The better you get at the move, the easier that'll become. Right, move number 8. It's what I call the scoop spin. A couple of famous Flair bartenders used this move in the past. Mr. Tom Malik was one of them. And literally, this is a super easy move. You just need the right type of scoop, which is one of these sort of aluminium. This is a 24 ounce, but you can do it at the 12 ounce, which is slightly smaller. There's links in the description below where you can get that and any other equipment that you need. You're literally placing it onto the base of the shaker and spinning it like this. It is important that your shaker does have one of these weighted bases, because then it has this lip around the top of the shaker. I've got a sticker on there as well, but it has this lip so that that scoop, when you're spinning it, stays on the base of the shaker. If you had something like this, which was a weighted shaker, but then the weight is gone, if I spin that scoop on there, it's gonna really annoy. Eventually it's gonna fall off like that. So why would you do this? I mean, it's more of a distraction move. So you can spin it on there, you can come and grab something from the back bar, take that off, and then you can start making your drink. The other thing you can do, if you want to put ice in it, you can put that on here, take ice from this one, boom, boom, boom. Again, it's more of a distraction move again, or just for a bit more fun, spinning it on there, then you take this, bam, or you take the scoop, then you want to chill your martini glass, then you grab your scoop, chill your martini, and then you can ice up your shaker as well. This is actually in the World Flair Association yellow level. There's a link right there. But it's the next steps where this move then become a bit more entertaining and a bit more fun to perform. So what you want to then start doing is you can do the spin on the scoop. You can do the scoop spin whilst holding the shaker, throw it up, catch it, and then grab your ice. Or the final step, which is very fun, is you put the small shaker inside the big shaker. And you have your little finger here to stop that small shaker falling out. So I put it on there so it's level. You don't have to, you can just start here straight away, but that will help you keep it level. You don't want it forward or backwards or left or right. Give it a spin, lift it up, you take your little finger away, whoop, you drop that, up, down, bam, boom. Booyah. Okay, super nice move to perform, and experiment with it, because there's many ways you can utilize this scoop spin on the base of the shaker. But literally that one right there, if you have to grab something from the back bar, you leave that there, it will grab people's attention and they will come to your station. So it is something which grabs people's attention, gets them watching at what you're doing rather than having to just sit there and wait for you. Okay, move number 9 is what I call the Mexican nunchucks. If you have a Mexican elbow in your bar, it looks a little bit like this. They do differ from place to place, but you want a bit of a swingy arm on it. And the way this move works is literally like a pair of nunchucks. And the move looks like this. And then you come to squeeze. So there's a couple of ways that you can sort of upgrade this move and take it to the next step. But first of all, I'm just going to teach you how to do this move smoothly so you're not fiddling around with the Mexican elbow when you come to perform this. So let's pop that over there. Now normally your Mexican elbow will probably be facing down like this. We're not sure how you have it on the bar. But what you want to be grabbing this part, the top part of the Mexican elbow. So if it's upside down, you're going to grab it, give it a spin, and then you want to drop down. So you're holding the top part, and the part that the lime or the lemon goes in is hanging down. You then flip that back behind you, grab under your arm like this, and then when you grab, you drop it down, you take your arm away, and you flip it over again, and then you can grab your lime, place it in, boom, pam, and you're good to go. The slight upgrade will be to throw the lime. So you grab, you do the first part of the move, then you grab the lime into your Mexican elbow, and off you go, you squeeze. Now the trick with throwing the lime here is that you're not just going to throw it up and hope that it lands the correct way up. Sometimes it's going to flip, sometimes it's not going to flip. But you want to hold it like this, like you were skimming a stone. And you're going to throw it up behind your back, through that gap that we spoke about before, give it a spin, and hopefully it will land up the correct way. And then you come to squeeze your lime. Okay, move number 10, the final move is one which you would have seen before, but I'm going to show you how you can use this move because it's very, very simple to use and you can use it with anything. It is called the behind the back and it looks like this. Now, you can perform this move with absolutely anything on your bar, even to the point that if you've got a can or a bottle and you finish using it and you have your bin behind you, if you finish pouring it out and just throw that straight into the bin, you'll probably get more of a reaction from doing that move than any other move that you would do behind the bar, because you do it without looking, because your surroundings become so familiar to you, it becomes so much easier. Okay, and it's a much more impressive move to do. And it helps upsell, because if you say to somebody, oh, if you finished your beer, would you like another one? Okay, it's a super cool move to use. I remember seeing one lady using it behind the bar. That's all she used, was a behind the back, and she would throw all the empty all the empty bottles of beer into her bin, and anything else that she picked up, she would just throw it behind her back. So use it, don't abuse it, and make sure that you nail it and can do it perfectly before you start doing it behind the bar. But it is a useful move to use, and it's quick and it's simple to be able to perform as well. Cool, I hope you liked this video. This was a long one, but please let me know what you think. These are moves which when I'm bartending, I still use them behind the bar today because I can hit them 100% of the time. They look good, they're very visual to the guests, and they're very easy for the guests to understand what you're doing. If you start busting out, 2 or 3 objects or bottle tin routines or things, a bit more technical, people don't understand what you're doing so much. When they can understand what you're doing and potentially try it out for themselves, that is when they become impressed, and that is when they start giving you bigger tips. So these Flair bartending moves, I hope you enjoy them. Please let me know what you think about them. Put your questions, comments, and suggestions into the comments box below. Don't forget to share, like if you like the video, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And please do get back to me. Please do let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'll see you then.